2023 free digital marketing training and internship provided by 360DigiTMG. It's me, Subramaniam. And yes, in today's session, we'll be discussing about advanced technical SEO. Right, friends? And before we get into the advanced technical SEO, we'll be discussing about the day 22. Let's quickly recap the sessions. What did we discuss yesterday? We discussed about website crawling and indexing basics. Right, friends? We discussed about website crawling and indexing basics. What do you mean by crawling and what do you mean by indexing? That is what we have seen in yesterday's session, right? Yeah, and also how Googlebot discovers the page and also stores the web pages. Okay, how Googlebot discovers and stores the web pages. And we have seen sitemap and robots.txt. Okay, we have seen the importance of sitemap and also robot.txt file. We need to exclude the irrelevant, and also we need to exclude the some login pages in robot.txt file. And when it comes to sitemap, okay, we need to mention all the important pointers. Okay, when it comes to sitemap, we need to mention all the important pointers. Okay, yes, and in today's session, we'll be discussing about all these advanced technical SEO. Okay, so before we discussing about advanced technical SEO, I'll give you 30 seconds of time. Quickly subscribe to our YouTube channel and also follow the LinkedIn page and follow the Instagram and Facebook page. Right, friends? Okay, quickly, I'll give you 30 seconds of time. Okay, so we'll be posting all the important interview questions on our LinkedIn page, friends. Okay, you have to follow the LinkedIn page. Yes, when it comes to introduction to advanced technical SEO, okay, so we'll be discussing about the focuses on improving website structure, okay, and also performance. Okay, these two are very, very important, friends. Okay, when it comes to website structure and also performance. Okay, we need to improve website structure and also performance. What do you mean by performance? Okay, in performance, we'll be having site loading time, speed. Performance plays a major role in technical SEO, and also it helps search engines understand, crawl, and index better. That is what we discussed in indexing, right? Okay, it helps search engines understand, crawl, and index better. Okay, if our website is not in proper, like if our website is not performing well, then we need to check other elements like sitemap we need to check. Okay, and also robot.txt file is also we need to cross check. At the same time, we need to cross check the performance. Okay, and it will directly impacts rankings and user experience. Right, friends? It will directly impact rankings and user experience if you're not improving the technical SEO. Okay, and also, yeah, one more point is mobile first indexing. Okay, when it comes to mobile first indexing, we need to optimize the website for mobile first. Okay, after optimizing the mobile indexing, then we can go for the desktop version. Right, friends? Google ranks mobile first versions. Okay, so Google ranks mobile first versions. That is very, very important, friends. Okay, and it will also use responsive design. Okay, it should be responsive. Okay, it has to adjust in all the screen sizes. Right, friends? Okay, and also test with Google's mobile friendly test. We'll be having one URL that is developed by Google. We need to cross check the mobile friendly test. Okay, and also avoid pop-ups that block content on mobile. Okay, we need to avoid pop-ups, friends. Okay, when it comes to mobile first indexing. Okay, not in all the cases. In few cases, yes, we need to avoid the pop-ups. Okay, what are the parameters for mobile indexing? There are four parameters that we need to take consider as part of mobile first indexing. One is Google ranks mobile versions first. Okay, and also use responsive design. Okay, and we need to test with Google's mobile friendly test and also avoid pop-ups that block content on mobile. Okay, so these are the four parameters that we need to consider when it comes to mobile first indexing. Okay, and also there are four more important pointers under core web vitals. Okay, so these core web vitals are page experience signals, friends. Okay, when it comes to core web vitals, we need to check LCP, loading speed. Okay, LCP majorly focuses on loading speed. Okay, that is largest content painful. Okay, and it should be less than 2.5 seconds. It should be less than 2.5 seconds. And when it comes to FID, interactivity, okay, first input delay, it should be less than 100 milliseconds. Right, friends? It should be less than 100 milliseconds. And also, when it comes to visual stability, CLS, okay, there should not be any no sudden layout shifts. Okay, that is a parameter of CLS. And also, whenever whenever we check the site, we need to consider GSC, Google Search Console, that is page experience report. Okay, we need to cross check in page page experience report. Right, friends? Okay, so in core web vitals, okay, we need to take care of four parameters. One is loading speed, largest element should be below 2.5 seconds, and interactivity, first input delay, it should be less than 100 milliseconds, and also visual stability, when it comes to CLS, note sudden layout shifts. And also we need to cross check Google Search Console. Okay, so that should be, we need to consider page experience report. Okay, so these are the parameters for core web vitals. And yeah, next topic is schema markup, structured data. Okay, under structured data, we need to take care of Okay, so we are telling Google to understand the content and display the rich results. Okay, so it helps Google understand content better and also display the rich results. That is what structured data. Okay, and also we need to have few schemas, structured data schemas. One is FAQ schema and also product schema and breadcrumbs. Okay, so when it comes to these three are examples, friends. We'll be having more, okay, in structured data, that is schema markup. Okay, so FAQ schema and also product schema, breadcrumbs, and we need to use Google's structured data testing tool to find out whether which schema we need to use and also which schema will give the errors, will give the better results. Okay, so with the help of structured data testing tool, we can identify if any errors are there or not in the particular given structured markup. Okay, that is schema markup. And yeah, this is just an example. Okay, so in structured data, okay, we need to understand how Google helps and or also how Google understand our content to display the rich results. Okay, it will also give you FAQ schema. Okay, and product schema, breadcrumbs. Okay, these three are examples, and we'll have more like course schema, article schema. Okay, all those are all structured data markups only. Okay, yeah, and also how can we handle duplicate content when it comes to technical SEO, that is canonical tags. Okay, yeah, so how can we handle canonical tags? When it comes to canonical tags, okay, we need to identify the what are all the canonical tags are available. Okay, and also what do you mean by what is the purpose of canonical? The main purpose of canonical to identify the whether duplicate pages are there or not. Okay, duplicate pages confuses search engines. Okay, and also it will completely impact SEO. Okay, so duplicate pages confuses search engines, friends. Okay, what is the example of canonical tag? Okay, REL canonical that we need to use when it comes to canonical tags. Okay, so REL is a simple HTML tag. We need to coordinate with the web developer to fix the canonical tags. See, if you are using WordPress, okay, no need to worry about the development related works. Okay, so if you are having coding platforms, then we need to compulsory coordinate with the web developers and we need to work on the technical part. Okay, and also consolidate all the similar pages and avoid duplicate meta descriptions. Okay, we need to list out all the URLs. Okay, after listing out all the URLs, we need to avoid duplicate titles and we need to avoid duplicate meta descriptions. Okay, and where can we find all these duplicate pages? Okay, we need to check Google Search Console. Check duplicate pages in Google Search Console. Okay, so find out the how can we handle duplicate content when it comes to canonical? We need to identify the all the pages. We need to list out all the pages, and at the same time we need to identify the duplicate titles, duplicate descriptions, and everything, friends. And also in GSC, Google Search Console, we can cross check all these data. Okay, and one more topic is when it comes to security, that is HTTPS to security, that is SSL certificate. Okay, when it comes to SSL certificate, Google prioritizes secure websites. Okay, what do you mean by secure websites? That is from HTTP to HTTPS. S is nothing but security. That is SSL. Okay, so we need to take this SSL certificate from domain provider or hosting provider. Okay, whenever we buy the domains or hosting, we need to take SSL. That is mandatory. Okay, SSL is also a security. HTTPS is a ranking factor on Google. Okay, Google will have few ranking factors. All those ranking factors we need to achieve. Okay, and also SSL encrypts user data and it will build trust. Okay, we can also cross check the web page or website. Okay, and whenever you open non security URL, non SSL URL, it will forcefully redirect to SSL. Okay, that is the update Google Chrome has. Right, friends? Google prioritizes secure websites. That is from HTTP to HTTPS. Okay, and also SSL encrypts user data and it will build the trust. Okay, so this is HTTP, yes, and security, friends. SSL certificate. When it comes to handling 404 errors and redirects, okay, how can we handle all these 404 errors and redirects? Okay, yeah. So when it comes to 404 errors and redirects, 404 is nothing but page not found, right? Okay, it will hurts the user experience and SEO existing rankings. Okay, it will hurt the user experience and SEO existing rankings. And we need to fix all the broken links, or we need to fix all the 404 links using 301 redirects. Okay, so all 300 from 300 to 399, these are all redirects, friends. Okay, and we need to avoid too many redirects. It will affect page speed. Okay, and also with the help of Screaming Frog or with the help of GSC, Google Search Console, we can extract the coverage report. Okay, so how can we handle 404 errors and redirects? Okay, so when it comes to 404, that is page not found, it will hurts the user experience and also SEO. We need to fix the broken links using 301 redirects. Okay, and we need to avoid too many redirects and also affects page speed. Okay, with the help of Screaming Frog or GSE, Google Search Console, we need to take with the help of GSE, we need to take the coverage report. Okay, and we need to identify all the URLs. Right, friends? This is how we need to handle the 404 errors and redirects. This is very, very important in SEO, friends. Search engine optimization. Okay, yeah, and we need to optimize the crawl budgets to improve the indexing. For that, yeah, Google has a limit on how many pages it will crawls per day. Okay, it will have few limit for crawling purpose. Google has a limit on how many pages it crawls per day. Okay, for that we need to use robot.txt file to block unimportant pages. We can block all the unimportant pages. Okay, and we need to keep important pages within 3 clicks from home page. Okay, and also we need to give proper internal linkings. It will improve the crawlability and rankings, friends. It will improve the crawlability and rankings. That is very, very important when it comes to crawl budget. Okay, so what are the important pointers in crawl budgets? When it comes to crawl budgets, Google has a limit on how many pages it crawls per day. And we need to use robots.txt file to block unimportant pages. At the same time, we need to keep important pages within 3 clicks from home page. And also internal linking that we need to improve. Okay. Yeah, when it comes to task, we need to perform a technical SEO audit. Okay, what is the task? Yeah, we need to check mobile friendliness using Google's tool. Okay, and also we need to analyze core web vitals in Search Console. Okay, by using Screaming Frog, you need to find out the broken links and redirects. Okay, and also validate all the structured data with schema markup checker. Okay, with the help of structured data, we can identify all the schema markup details. Okay, when it comes to technical SEO audit, we need to perform a task, friends. Okay, one is we need to check for mobile friendliness using Google's tool. Okay, and also we need to analyze core web vitals in Search Console. Okay, by using Screaming Frog, we need to identify the broken links and redirects. And we need to validate the structured data with schema markup. Right, friends? This is the task that we need to perform. Okay, quickly we'll find out the mobile friendly checker. Okay, mobile friendly checker. I guess. So with the help of other tools, we can find out the mobile friendliness checker. Okay, so here with the help of small SEO tools, okay, you can identify the mobile SEO checker, friends. Okay, this is one thing, and also core web vitals. Okay, how can we find core web vitals? Page speed test. Okay, we need to check page speed, or we can also cross check GT metrics. Okay, with the help of page speed, just identify all the details. Okay, let's quickly identify the details. Okay, so this already we have discussed, but now we'll be discussing about the LCP. Okay, see LCP, largest contentful paint, and INP, interaction to next paint, and CLS, cumulative layout shifts, and FCP, first contentful paint, and TBT, and I guess this they will remove over the period of time. Okay, these four are very very important, friends. Okay, when it comes to mobile, and also same with desktop. These parameters we need to coordinate with the developer, and we need to get it fixed. Right, friends? When it comes to mobile and desktop. Okay, so that is very very important. And one more thing is, with the help of screaming frog, okay, we need to identify complete redirect details. With the help of screaming frog, we need to completely identify all the details, friends. Okay, and also structured data. One more thing is structured data testing tool. Where is it? Yeah. Okay, with the help of schema markup, schema structure data, we need to identify the schema errors. Okay, so here we can identify the schema details. Okay, with the help of URL, you can identify the schema, and also with the help of code, also you can identify the schema, friends. Okay, so this is how we need to work on the technical SEO, that is Google's search engine optimization. Okay, so with the help of URL, you can identify the complete schema errors, and also with the help of code, either you can use URL or code. Right, friends? Okay, so these are major technical SEO issues that we need to fix for any website. Okay, and we need to identify all the tools. Okay, Screaming Frog is one tool. At the same time, there is one more tool called Deep Crawl. Okay, alternative of Screaming Frog. We can also use Deep Crawl. That's a completely a paid tool, friends. Okay, and with the help of free tools, we can identify few errors, not all the errors. Few errors we can identify, and we can implement those changes. Okay, so these are very very important when it comes to improve the technical SEO. See, on page SEO is different, technical SEO is different, and off page SEO is different. Okay, so when it comes to on page SEO, we need to identify on the pages changes. When it comes to technical SEO, we need to identify all the backend SEO changes, SEO issues. When it comes to off-page SEO, we can identify the websites, third-party websites, where we need to get the where we can get the backlinks. Okay, so this is how we need to work, friends. Okay, we need to connect all the dotted pointers. Okay, so when it comes to, let's quickly recap the pointers. When it comes to technical SEO, okay, so we need to identify with the help of mobile mobile first indexing, we need to identify the mobile URLs. Okay, we need to perform the mobile friendly test. Okay, and also quickly we need to find out the core web vitals. For that, which tool can be used? We can use Google's page insights. Okay, we need to cross check the LCP, FID, okay, and also CLS or INP. Okay, and we need to find out the structured markup data, if any issues are we facing or not. Okay, with the structured testing tool, okay, we can identify the schema errors. Okay, and with the help of Google Search Console, we need to identify the duplicate content pages. Right, friends? Okay, in the same way, we need to identify the HTTP URLs. Okay, and we need to have SSL certificate. SSL certificate is mandatory for any website. Okay, and how can we handle 404 errors and redirects? With the help of GSC coverage report or with the help of Screaming Frog report, we need to identify the 404 errors and redirects also we need to work. Okay, and we need to optimize the crawl budgets. Okay, so Google has a limit on how many pages it will crawl per day. Based on that, we need to identify the unimportant pages and we need to exclude those URLs in the robots.txt file. Okay, and we need to keep important pages within 3 clicks from homepage. And we need to improve the internal linking factors. I mean internal linking structure. With the help of internal linkings, we can improve the crawlability and also rankings. We can increase the rankings with the help of crawl budgets. Okay, this is what we discussed in today's session. And yeah, structured markup data, that is very, very important, friends, when it comes to SEO. Okay, so we need to identify all the errors of schema. Okay, so and yeah, we till now we have selected 10 people, friends. Okay, so 10 people for they'll get Amazon coupon code 2000 rupees. Okay, and also we are evaluating all the assignments. Okay, few people also submitted their task. Okay, we are evaluating their assignments, friends. Okay, so after evaluating their assignments, we'll announce the names. At the same time, okay, you will get a opportunity to work as a paid intern with 360 DigiTMG. You'll also get certificate. Okay. Will also get on monthly basis. You'll be get paid. Okay. So all these are all very very important, friends, to excel your career in digital marketing in right way. All right, friends, and yeah, so we are closing the session early, and yes, we'll connect tomorrow at the same time. Okay, and we'll try to discuss few more important concepts of digital marketing. Okay, thank you so much, friends. Bye.